Thanks to the supporters of channel member PP0476. Oh, boys and girls, everything is right in the world. We've got a new chairman. Our debts have been cleared. We're playing well in the league. We just need to keep this run going and get ourselves promoted. Everything is looking up. This three at the back thing, should have been doing it years ago. Hello, welcome to part 75 of Wembley to Wembley. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have two matches for you. We're away against Chippenham and at home against Eastleigh. Since you were last with me, as you can see, we've played a lot of football and not lost very many football matches. Vaughan Thorne has been having a lovely old time, and the league table looks a lot like this. We're second in the league, 5 points behind Worthing, but looking very, very good. I mean, without wanting to tempt fate too much, we've not lost in the league since the 4th of October. There's a real feel good around the club, and it does stem back to our new chairman taking over mid-October. So since this guy's been in charge, we've not lost a league game. But Adrian Ord, a local businessman, has come in, and we're gonna do the bunny ears. He's cleared the debts ish. Kinda. I mean, you can see our actual balance. The important thing is in the positive for the first time in 5 years since our last takeover, believe it or not. And it's well in the positive as well. You can see it was a big £700,000 cash injection, but the vast majority of that came from a loan. But I don't really understand the loan, because the loan we had previously was about £500,000 and we were about £500,000 in debt. So the numbers don't add up to me. But ultimately, we've now got a £650,000 debt, which is paid off for over 10 years. So we're having to pay £6,500 a month, which doesn't seem like a lot of money. That seems quite a low payment for borrowing that amount of money. But we're paying it back over 10 years. Is that interest free? I need someone to do the Kev maths for me. It's not interest free. There's £130,000 worth of interest on there, but we've got very good terms on that loan for a club that were not doing very well financially. Our financial projection is positive for the first time in forever. I have absolutely no idea where these numbers have come from. I can only assume Football Manager's finances are so basic that it now assumes we're going to get a £650,000 loan every year, because we got one this year and it's including that in the projection. So take that with a pinch of salt. But this is important. We are no longer in debt. Yes, the scouting budget is still in the negative. Yes, we're still slightly over the wage budget, but we're not in debt anymore. And that's important. So for the first time again in a long, long time, there's nothing for the board to moan at me about. The new board think the sun shines out of my backside. I'm working within the wage budget, even though I'm not. They don't understand numbers, these guys. And we're obviously doing very, very well in the league. Form is great. And fingers crossed, we carry on as we are. I mean, we're not really in a position to do any kind of transfers because we still don't have any transfer budget and we're over the wage budget. So January's still going to be an interesting one, but we're playing well, and we're playing well still playing this system. Chippenham are down in... Where are Chippenham? Chippenham are down just above the relegation zone, so fingers crossed we can keep this winning run going. I would add the usual pinch of salt in these circumstances, though. In real life, I've not loaded the game up for 11 days, so there is a solid chance that I'm about to be punished for that. Let's hope that's not the case. I want to keep this run going. So this is your team. It's Jacob in goal, a back four of Tete, Devine and Lowe. Scott and Hayball as our wing-backs. Hayball, by the way, still having a jolly nice season. I like this guy quite a lot. He is quite the threat. I mean, his average rating doesn't justify that at all. That's the Cambridge stench on him. In Match Engine, he looks really good. Scowen is the ball-winning midfielder. Young and Bolin ahead of him, and then Ennis, and of course, Vaughan Thorne up front. Let's get the team submitted and hope we can win a football match. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And while we're trying to win a football match, just want to address some of the panic I saw in the comment section yesterday. I am recording this video after the Birmingham video has come out. There's going to be a little bit more of that. I'm going to be bringing back some of the rebuilds, some of the one-off videos, the experiments, that kind of thing, because putting it really bluntly, there's not as many people watching this series as I would have hoped. Don't worry, the series won't be going anywhere. We're going to be keeping this save going until the end. But the way I keep it going is by peppering it in with some one-off videos that are likely to get a little bit more in the way of views, be a bit more popular, and just basically use it as a way to balance the books. So there's going to be the odd day here and there where we sprinkle in a one-off video, maybe some mini-series stuff here and there. You've seen stuff like this on the channel before. We did for example, the Mbappe Director of Football at Paris Saint-Germain series a few years ago. It was like 1 or 2 days a week for 6 weeks or so, just to basically keep the other series going. It's all part of balancing the books, boys and girls, so don't panic. The reason I released it yesterday rather than at the weekend is because I was on holiday and I hadn't recorded this video yet, and I had recorded that one. I made that one before I went, left it with Topher, my editor, and it was sat there ready for me to release, and I didn't have anything else ready to release yesterday, so I figured, well, let's release it on Monday and see what happens. It's now done so well that Monday might be one-off video day, and we might have to shuffle the schedule around a little bit. But again, these are all things that we'll figure out over the next few weeks. But don't worry, Wembley's not going anywhere. I was on holiday. I'm allowed to go on holiday, aren't I? I was on holiday. It's fine. We're losing now. As I'm saying, I'm allowed to go on holiday. Football Manager is like, no, you're not. 11 days since you last played us. So, it's not 11 days since I've played FM, because I've got another one-off video that I've been making while I was away on my laptop. See, I'm committed. I'm committed to you lot. But I haven't opened this save. So this save doesn't know that I've still been loyal to Football Manager, even when I've been away from my PC. Thorn there with a good chance, but unfortunately shoots high and wide from quite a long way out. How are we? We're going to go attack him. We're going to go attack him. We're going to demand more. Even though I am well aware that the touchline shouts don't work, they do make me feel better. Right, this is a juicy little free kick situation. Ennis is going to stick it just there, hopefully. Although the goalkeeper's moved across. The goalkeeper moved across too far. The goalkeeper moved and Ennis put it back where he was originally. Lovely stuff from Ennis. It's 1-1. And that is a free kick I don't know that I've seen before. You can see the goalkeeper shuffling across to where everyone thinks the shot is going to go. And then it goes back to where the keeper came from. I think it did take a deflection, but I don't care how it went in. It went in. It's 1-1. We're gonna stay on the attacking instructions. I think we do usually look better when we're attacking. I think when we've got 3 centre backs, we can afford to have more of an attacking mentality. He says, as we concede a goal. Was that directly from the kickoff? That wasn't ideal, was it? You're not going to stick your flag up there, little fella? No? Brilliant. We shouldn't be this flat. This is the problem when we don't have a covering centre-back as part of the 3. We can get a little flat. You saw it there, and not ideal. Right. 2-1 down at half-time. Let's give everybody a jolly good shouting at. And do we bring on Hughes to play as the covering centre-back? It's kind of shutting the gate after the horse has bolted, isn't it? Probably not necessary. What I will do is I'm going to berate them because we're losing against a team who are in a relegation battle when we're supposed to be in a promotion push. There's supposed to be a feel-good feel around this football club, and losing away against Chippenham doesn't really keep that feel-good going, does it? This chairman has never seen us lose a league game. I really don't want to start now. Tete plays the ball over the top looking for Ennis. Can't find him, but Scott's there to win it back, and there is Thorn running towards goal and then running away from goal. Scowen gives it to Bolin to Young. We've got lots of players in advanced positions here ready to do something. Give it to the fullback. There you go. Habel should have gone on the overlap, but he was a little bit flat-footed there. But this time he does try and beat his man. And Habel looking for the cross. The cross does come in. Scott's there at the far post, loops his header up over the goalkeeper, but unfortunately up over the top of the goal as well, which officially doesn't count as a goal. I think we should get half a goal for that. But the rules of football, as ever, working against me. Right, we're going to take off Thorn, and I'm wondering where McLennan is. Why is he not on the bench? Is he injured? Did Paskev not leave me enough notes? Show me the squad. Oh, he is injured. Well, that explains where he is. Okay, fair enough. So I think we can all ask, as a united group, who on earth is Callum Douglas? Apparently I've played him 6 times before I disappeared. Let's get him on, I guess. Bolin's not had the best of games, so Hogan came on for him. I do remember Hogan, and we're gonna demand more again. And Can we do a goal, please? I don't know if Douglas is any good. Douglas has never scored a goal for us. Now would be a nice time for him to do a goal. Scott with the corner. Can't beat the first man. You got to be better than that. We've got all these giants. All of these giants forward for these corners, and we don't beat the first man. That's not good enough. Young to Hogan. Hogan playing it into Douglas, who I think was offside. He was offside. I mean, he missed anyway, but he was also offside. And we're going into the final 10 minutes, and we are in very real danger of losing for the first time under the new chairman. Never let it be said, boys and girls, that Football Manager isn't cruel when you have a few days away from the game. We're going to bring on Hamilton as well. We've gone very attacking. And can we find an equaliser? We're now berating again because we should be better than Chippenham. This shouldn't be happening. It's not just that we've been unlucky. We've not even played well. Looking at the match stats, this has been poor from us. And it doesn't look like it's going to be getting any better. We get one goal from a lucky set piece because it took a deflection. And welcome back to the save, Kev. Well, welcome back to Wembley after a day off, everybody. I mean, I'm sure we're all feeling good about it right now. We need to sort that out. Go beat Eastleigh. Eastleigh are a better team, but we are at home-ish. We don't really have a home. We are at our pretend home. Please, can we go and beat them? I mean, if nothing else, I know that performance was disappointing, but this is so pretty. I don't know if I've ever had this many good partnerships in a team before. We just need Ennis and Thorne to become best of friends. I imagine if we brought McLennan in, yeah, we get the line there as well, but McLennan's still not fully fit. Hughes is coming in to be the covering defender. I think we missed him in the last match, so Hughes is going to come in between Tete and Devine. It does mean Lowe has to drop down to the bench, and Lowe I have promised more football to, so we might have to squeeze him back in, maybe for Devine, just to make sure that we don't want to upset him. I mean, he's 6'5". We definitely you don't mess with that guy. 6'5", big boy. So we're going to keep him happy and give him some football. McLennan back up onto the bench as well, and fingers crossed we can win a football match. That'd be jolly nice, wouldn't it? It is interesting that when we bring Lowe in, the partnerships in the defence start to disappear as well. So the back three that has Devine in rather than Lowe certainly is the better back three. So, I mean, the fact that Lowe's asking for more football demonstrates that I've not been playing him as much as I thought I would when I brought him in. Although, to be fair, when I brought him in, I didn't anticipate signing Tete, who's even taller. So how many really tall boys do you need? Scott, with the in-swing, again, doesn't beat the first man at the near post. We've got to do better than that, although Hayball's doing very well here and he's won a penalty. But that corner, it's not okay. We're taller than them. Just put the ball in high. You should, at the very least, beat the first man with every single corner. Ennis, from the penalty spot, scores. Huzzah. 1-0 up. Please don't balls up for me. I mean, Niall Ennis, it's only his 4th goal of the season. To be fair, he has largely been the backup to McLennan and Thorne. He's not been starting regularly. He has scored twice today, though, albeit both from set pieces. But there's life in the old dog yet. Is that the phrase? Is it the same old dog you can't teach new tricks to? Is it an old dog in both? I need to look it up. I need Google. Sometimes I need to be able to just pause the video part way through and check things like that. Have we given away a penalty of our own here? We have. Ennis with the handball. Teach him a new trick. The trick being, don't use your hands on the football. Right, Jacob. I mean, he can save penalties and doesn't today. Terrific. 1-1. We've let them back in through. I mean, it was a sloppy penalty to give away. To be fair, so was theirs. So I guess it's okay that it's fairly even. I mean, Jacob's going full Pickford there. It looked like he was doing giving him a very funny face. It meant nothing, didn't help. But for goodness sake, offside, surely, referee, surely, ref, linesman, anyone. He is offside. Thank goodness for that. Goodness me. I was going to write a letter to my MP. I don't even know who my MP is now. I was going to write a letter to my MP if that had been given as a goal, because that would have been completely unacceptable. Right. Let's offer some encouragement. I'm sure it makes a difference. Ennis is taking lots of set pieces, isn't he? Playing it forward, looking for Thorne. It falls to Scow, and there's Ennis looking to line one up from the edge of the area, cannons it straight into the defender, and we've now left only one man back, which, when Ennis is the guy taking the free kick, I don't really know how we leave only one man back when they've got 2 men forward. Why are our wing backs not back? I mean, I I kind of leave most of this to my set piece guy, which I think is my assistant manager. We don't have a set piece coach here at Wembley, but I think my assistant manager does the set piece stuff. But surely you have a couple of players on a stay back if needed instruction. Is that still there in this new set piece thing? I fully confess I haven't played with it as much as I did the older version because it's more complicated and confuses my tiny little brain. And we seem pretty effective just giving the general overarching instructions like aim for the near post, aim for the far post. I don't think I've moved an individual player in the new set piece thing at any point, but we definitely, if they're sending 2 men forward, should be leaving at least 2 men. Some would argue 3 men back. But we didn't. It didn't cause a problem in the end, so I guess it's fine. We are facing up against another back three. This is a back three with a front three, though, the really fancy modern version of it. They've even got a wide target man, which they're trying to be fancy, but they're playing with a deep line forward and a wide target man. It screams, well, they should just be a strike partnership, shouldn't they? Just play a normal 5-3-2. Don't try and be fancy with it, but they are trying to be fancy with it. And to be fair, it does seem to be working today. Tete clears it, looking for Thorne. Thorne flicks on to himself and actually gets onto the end of his own flick on. And then Thorne playing it infield to Young. We've got a bit of a counter-attack going here through Young. Young goes past his man, lines up the shot. There were better options than shooting from there. I'm a little bit upset that he's done that. It remains 1-1. We are going to offer some more encouragement. That was probably our best chance from open play in the entire episode, which is alarming. It shows how much we need McLennan. McLennan is our top scorer and best attacking player, and I don't know if he's fit enough to bring on in this game, but goodness me, are we missing him? He is... I mean, we don't really want to risk breaking him, but I think he is going to come on sooner rather than later, probably for Ennis. And we'll just have Thorne and McLennan, as they have been for a lot of the season, trying to terrorise opposition defences. It's pouring down with rain as well now, which definitely sets the mood nicely. I came into this episode all positive and happy about how things have gone. And then on the pitch, we've just been really, really poor. I promise you, I mean, I showed you the evidence. It's not been like this. We'd actually been playing really rather well. But this does set us back a bit. When Worthing are playing as well as they are and as far ahead as they are, that he won the ball there. That is not a red card, referee. He won the ball. Ugh. That's Football Manager animations messing with me because he absolutely won the ball there. Right. We're going to take off Ennis and bring on McLennan. That's going to be the only change. We're just going to go with a 2-man midfield. Ennis has been the best player on the pitch and is the only guy who's scored in the episode. But I think needs must. We need some running, especially now we're down to 10 men. We're going attacking as well. We're demanding more. I really want to win this football match. Hughes is going to come off for Devine. And we once again go to the back three that doesn't have anyone on cover. So prepare for us to be really flat and let them in behind us. Right, McLennan, on his return from injury, stick it there. We do it all from set pieces. And McLennan scores a 19th goal of the season for him. Goodness me, do we miss him when he's not in the team? We drop back again to a positive mentality. That's a no-look free kick from McLennan. He's looking over here. He's made eye contact with his dad, who stood on the terracing over here, just like sticking it top corner, Dad. I'm not even going to look. Lovely work from him. Pure arrogance. We've had 2 shots on target in the match, both from set pieces, scored them both. We are 2-1 up, though, so that's all that really matters. If we can hold on now, remember, we are down to 10 men. If we can hold on, that would be super. Jacob making the save. He took a deflection on the way through to his own, so he's actually done quite well there. But it does give away a corner. You'd like to think with all our big boys at the back, we can defend the corner, though. And Scott, proving my point, defends the corner. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, we've got the capacity for one more substitution. Hayball is shattered. We don't have anyone who can play that role, really. I mean, you would think Hogan should be able to. He can play defensive midfield and right midfield. As far as I'm concerned, that's basically right wing back. So get him on at right wing back. And if we're not training him to play there, Paskev, someone needs to have a word with him because he absolutely should have been training to play there based on the other positions that he can play. So we might have to look into that. In fact, we're going to look into it now because I'll forget. If I put him on a different training thing now, will it stick? Or is this like changing a tactic mid-match? I guess we're going to find out. Get him learning to play wing back. There we go. Because we don't really have another option behind Hable. So we may as well teach a reserve midfielder to play there. And you'd think he'd be able to, based on the other positions he could play in. Right, they're having a pop from long range there, goes over. Jacob had it covered anyway. And we just need to see out these final 10 minutes. We're going to offer some praise. We've not played really, really well, but we've also been behind for most of the episode. So if we end up somehow managing to grasp a victory when we're down to 10 men, I think that is worthy of some praise. He hopes. Oh, they're trying to play it in behind us there. They've got in behind us. I thought we'd given away another penalty. I think we just about get away with it. And now it is another corner. Aimed. Right, McLennan can take a corner. Aim for the big boys. It's really not that complicated. We've got all these giants. Aim for them. We've got Tete at the far post. He's the obvious one to aim for. We go for Divine. In fact, it's Joe Lowe. This is what I mean. We've got so many of them. Just get it in the area. And one of them's going to go at the end of it because they're massive. And lovely stuff from Lowe. He actually leaps up over the top of Divine, which is no mean thing because I think Divine's 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". Lowe, of course, 6'5". Tete is 6'8", I think. And yeah, that was effective, wasn't it? Now they do deserve the praise. Can we give them some more praise? Because they've done jolly well with 10 men to turn this around into a victory. This is a little bit more like what I've been witnessing from us. It's all set pieces. It's all we're really capable of, but who cares? We're the set piece posse. We've let another 98th minute goal back. Good job we scored that corner when we did. We just about hold on for a victory. That wasn't the feel-good excitement episode I was hoping it was going to be. We've made hard work of it, but we did have to do it without our top scorer. So hopefully now we've got McLennan back and scoring again, we can get back to a nice little run. When do we play Worthing? All the way down here. I don't know that we're going to go all the way to Worthing for the next episode, but we might do because we want to get to the end of the season and we'd quite like to get to the end of the season with a promotion, please and thank you. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.